Welcome back. You're in Picture This. We're of course talking films here. Opposite me is a filmmaker who earned a lot of respect with his first film, earned a lot of money, I presume, with his second film. He's up for his third. Imtiaz Ali, welcome to the show.
Thanks
the films, of course, we're talking about are Socha Na Tha, Jab We Met, as against When We Met or Jab Hum Mile. The next one is Love Aaj Kal, as against Love These Days or Pyar Aaj Kal. Any particular reason for these English titles?
I'm very bad at naming my films, but yeah, these turned out kind of Hindi and English.
Right.
Also because that's the lingo we use. You know, मैं तुमसे प्यार करता हूँ. Last heard in movies would be I don't know how many years back.
Right.
So I liked Aaj Kal as something which I thought was relevant to the film.
As in these days, not
these days.
Right, not
yeah,
today
but then
tomorrow.
also the beauty about Aaj Kal was that it also says today, yesterday, or today,
Right.
tomorrow.
Right.
But it also means these days in Hindi. Correct.
Now, one of the abiding conflicts, this could be, this can of course be contested, about love stories in Indian families, as it were, is the inter-caste romance or the inter-caste love or the inter-religious romance or the inter-religious love. Now, that's something that most people face even now. Is there a reason why Bollywood doesn't confront these issues straight up?
I must admit that many filmmakers, all of us, have a slight tinge of insecurity about what's going to happen when we make this movie. Will it become controversial? Will it never see the light of the day after we put in everything we have for, a year or 2 years?
From what I'm told, you had a similar issue in your life.
Yeah.
At a very young age, you ran away with a girlfriend who was from another religion, and that's something that you personally faced.
Yeah, I didn't run away. It's not as romantic as it sounds.
Okay.
Yeah, but then yes, that had happened. Not everything that happens in your life necessarily needs to become a movie.
But what was that like? You were 21, 22?
Yeah, I was around that age when I was courting Preeti and then finally got married to her.
Right.
I obviously was thrown into a situation where I could study the fabric of how society works.
Right.
In a way, and finally to realize that actually at the end of the day nobody really cares.
One observes about Bollywood in general is that Punjab is the focal pop culture of Bollywood. It's almost impossible to now find a soundtrack that doesn't have a Mahiye or a Shawa Shawa or a Bhangra track. Most films are set around families of that nature. From a market perspective, are you forced to bring that milieu into your films if it's a romance, especially a mainstream film, as it were?
Quite the reverse actually, because when I started writing Jab We Met, I remember that this guy walks into the train and then this girl comes and she says it's my seat and she starts incessantly talking to him. And I knew that in the progress of the story, he would land up at her place, at her native place,
right.
Meet those people, etc., etc. And the first thing that came to my mind is that this girl should be a Punjabi girl, because most of the girls who have been extremely talkative and uninhibited in my life have been Punjabi girls.